One second. So, good evening, everybody, and I warmly welcome you in this webinar. And we all know, right? Stress is one of the major, uh, ignored health condition, which is not even considered as a illness. So today we are going to discuss more with respect to the stress relief techniques using the brushing zone system. That is my system which I have derived based on my own experience and my own journey. So we are going to talk about that. And I before that I would like to thank you whoever is watching my live stream. I warmly welcome you. Please go through till the end of the webinar and understand different methods. And in this webinar we are going to discuss about the statistic also, how this stress is really impacting worldwide, not just within the India, and how it is really impacting and what are its outcome and how this particular stress turns into different stages. So this is all we are going to learn today, along with my three secrets of the brushing zone system. And if you'll end till the end of this webinar or the live stream, you can claim my one of the free course. And for that, you may have to drop me an email. So please stay till the end and understand everything, and then, drop an email. So this particular webinar is no sales, so nothing to be worried. Just go through, and this is more about the knowledge sharing. So this is what I'm going to do it. So let's start that. And let me share my screen. Give me a second. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the three secrets of the brushing Zen system, which can really turn your stress into, different creation. That you will enjoy this process. So this is what about the brushing Zen system, and it's more about the therapeutic and have any question, you can directly ping it to me, or you can put that in the comment section also, because we are live to similar, of that. Make a note of that, and any specific question or Q&A, if you want to have it, you can schedule a one-to-one with me also. So everything is so feasible with respect to this webinar, and you have any doubt with respect to it also, that also is welcome. Thank you so much for understanding the webinar rules. So let's start the statistics first. So I would like to share the statistics for the mental health. Mental health, the sense it can be stress also, it can be anxiety also, it can be depressive or disorders also, and sometimes it goes into the severe stages, can be suicidal thoughts also. So let me be very clear. This system has been designed for stress relief. It is not for the depressive disorders or that's the extreme condition. For that, disclaimer is you have to take a medical help. Medical systems are already there. There are different departments on that. You have to take help of that. This particular system is to handle your day-to-day stress or the stress. And I would like to share some data around that with respect to the mental health. Majority of adults, almost 32.3% overall, they are at once in their lifetime, they'll go through severe depressive disorders or anxiety symptoms. And age group wise, 18 to 24, almost 50%, they're more impacted because this is particular age group. There they have to deal with different form of stress, anxiety related to academics, careers, etc. And from age to 25 to 49, it is almost 38 percentage. 50 to 64, 29, and 65 plus, it's very less. So after 50, it reduces as per the global survey, which has been done on 2023. Okay, so this is all about. So you can realize that between 18 to almost 50 age, majority of the more symptoms are there. Stress, anxiety, and depressive orders. It is more as compared to other age groups. But I think nowadays, because lifestyle is changing and there's a lot of information, the stress can start from very early age. It starts from 8 years old on. But even that chronic like that. There is so many other, factors I want to tell, set the context, like why we are dealing with this, why we are calling it as the most ignored, health condition. So stress is most underrated medical condition due to its unavailability and most of the time ignorance about its outcomes. Because its stress is very important. What are the leaders? This we are going to discuss in this webinar. Because people are not aware of what it can be. And that is called as a lifestyle disease. But it's not basically lifestyle issue. Not even a lifestyle, they call it as a lifestyle issues or lifestyle burnout, etc. This term has been but comes to addressing it. There is a huge, ignorance with respect to this. And the cost of the healthcare activities due to stress outcome which comes at the later stages is huge. Lifestyle diseases, and even nutrition related, your lifestyle, managing health, that will not realize at the initial stages. Once it turns into the severe, that time healthcare activities very much. 77 percentage of the people experience different form of stress. It can be, physical stress, it can be psychological stress, it can be neurological stress, it can be anything. 73 percentage of people experiences psychological outcomes. It's not always physical outcome, it can be psychological impact also. And due to that, many impact will be there because once your psychological impact will start getting, every area of life will get impacted. It can be your relationship, work environment, it can be your, friend circle, family, everything will get impacted, and you will not realize it. 33 percentage of the people feel they know it already. They are under extreme stressful, but they cannot do anything about it. So why they cannot do anything about that? We cannot, decide it right now. But what I understand is that there's some sort of financial pressure also, financial pressure and priority. What priority have set it? That is the reason knowing they are under extreme stressful situation. But they don't want to do anything about that, or they are not in the position to do about that. 20% says their stress is due to money and work. The majority, because we are dealing with the busy working professional, so majority of the stress comes from the work and money. Like that's the number, top number. 48% won't get sleep. They're not getting sleep. Don't have too much work to get up. The major reason is you're not getting quality sleep. And if you're not getting quality sleep, one of the reason can be you're going through the stress. Okay. So sleep is one of the crucial factor with respect to the recovery. It is like self-healing system. Sleep is a self-healing system designed by nature. But if you are not getting healed by yourself on a daily basis, so you can understand the impact, right? Some point in time it will very toll on your mental as well as physical health. Now, extreme stress leads to logical disorder. Chronic stress episodes now. We are going to discuss about the stress curve later, but I'm talking about the chronic or the extreme stress at the later stages. If it is not being treated or addressed, turns into the psychological disorders. What are the psychological disorders? Psychological disorders can be anxiety, depression, emotional numbness, losing feeling, being apathic, hormonal imbalance, cognitive abilities reductions, and the loss of creativity. And moreover, your lack of interest on your daily routine. That is also one of the extreme stress, outcome. What is chronic stress, basically related to your, mental health condition, but everything is driven by your brain. Your entire body and activities and neuron flow, everything is driven by your mind. And stress literally impact your mental health. If you know in the scientific terms, when somebody is going through the stress, initially your brain will release a hormone called cortisol. And due to cortisol is very dangerous with respect to your holistic well-being. And if you are under stress for the longer term, you yourself can imagine how much harm it can give, right? Not being regulated. But how to deal with this stress and what you do with that in the stressful situation, or how you are training your mind to handle the stressful situation. That is in your hands, right? Now, medical healthcare is highly expensive. Once you lose a track of your health, then it is very expensive. You cannot believe, like one of the highly expensive medical stream is the neuroscience one. Yes, it is one of the highly which your entire body is driven by and cortisol impact. I will tell everything in next slide in the stress chart. So let's discuss about the stress chart. Please do not, take it, just take it as a learning, not to scare you or tell you this is what the scientific, studies. It's a scientific studies, and it's a scientific extreme results I'm talking. You don't address it or regulate it. There's nothing to scare you. It is to identify that and develop and prioritizing that. So main, motive for this particular webinar is you understand this and prioritize this. That is the reason I'm linking that with the outcome also, because it will impact your, so we live life due to our body and mind. So if that is not on our track, then definitely other area of, your life, family, friends, everything will be out of track, right? So what we have to prioritize, we have to prioritize our own holistic well-being. So I just want to pass that message. And it is nothing to scare, it is just to make you aware. Okay, so how stress impacts your body, mind, behavior, and emotions. This particular slide is covering that. So when it comes to the mind, let's start with the mind first. Worrying, muddling thinking, impairment judgment, nightmares, hazy decision, negativity, indecisiveness, all those factors. And loss of creativity is one of the, later point. But health related, so many things. And behavior, what will be behavior changes? Smoking, restlessness, cannot sit up. There will be a lot of thoughts will be going in your mind and you will be restless. Isonemia is a lack of sleep. Sleep. If you're sleeping 3 hours, 4 hours, it's nothing great about it. You have isonemia. Okay. And loss of sex drive, drinking more, loss of appetite. So if you're not sleeping 8 to 9 hours, nothing great about it. You have to, keep a track of your sleep, because sleep is a self-healing. It is a nature design technique. Heal your body. And if you're not sleeping 7 to 8 hours, you have to consult doctor or you have to go through the proper treatment. That condition is called isonemia. Isonemia is much more than who don't even get the sleep or who get very late sleep. The sleep or who is not getting quality sleep. Although they are sleeping 11 hours, 12 hours, but whenever they get up, they don't feel rejuvenated. I mean, that freshness will not be there. Everything comes under the isolation. Okay. Loss of appetite, binge eating, or sometimes reduce in the diet also, that also happens. And drinking, smoking, all are the negative coping mechanism of the stressor. That is the reason once you drink more, once you will more, you will feel lightness. Why? Because it will reduce your cortisol level, cortisol hormone. But you don't know due to this, you are injecting other health problems. It will you will see the instant relief, but you are injecting something else for your body. So that is called the negative coping mechanism with respect to the stress healing or stress relief. Okay. Now, how the emotions will get impacted? So emotions will be loss of confidence. Okay, loss of confidence, more fuzziness, brain fog. Brain fog means you cannot think. You will be just thinking about that. That is called the brain fog. Irritability, anxiety, anger, alienation. You don't want to be social. You know that this is what it happened. Depression is the later stages it happens. Apathy. Apathy means you don't feel emotion, emotional numbness. So that is called the apathy. So this is what it happened. Emotional well-being. Now, physical, it impacts physically. Because I told you everything is driven by your mind. So if something is getting impacted, so that signaling part, right, it impacts the muscles also. So headache, shoulder pain, neck pain, and then muscles, stiffness. You will be getting it. Back pain, frequent infection, muscular twisted, skin irritation, stomach pain, breathlessness, fatigue, and these are the immediate, immediate results that happen. But prolonged stress causes bigger issues. If you see the right side of the slide, you see the body of the participating the hormone is getting released during the stress. And how cortisol can, impact the different organs it has been given here. Let's start because I want to make it aware before I start. So this is all about making you aware of its outcome. Brain impact. I already told you. Blood pressure increases, suppress the immune system. It will suppressing the immune system also. And there's fertility. You might be thinking why nowadays, right? Not earlier. Reason is our lifestyle has changed. Different stress level is also changed, right? So according to that, it is impacting the fertility level also. Increased sodium and water retention, which is impacting your kidneys, also, and metabolism of fat. Whoever is going through stress, they will either gaining the weight. That is something. So weight gain is more because it turns to the binge eating, and sometimes not just binge eating, it will be a irregular lifestyle. You will not feel like a physical movement. That's the reason many people get the weight. That so it's a common issue. Now you will be able to resonate with it because this is what is happening to you. Okay, then glucose and there's so many. So these are the body organs will be impacted. I'm not telling you the later stages what will be the impact. Those impact will literally, it's very huge. You just go and do some research about that, then you'll understand how this prolonged stress can impact and it can really bring it, right? It's very impactful stress on the business. Now you are why we are doing. I would like to just quickly cover the stress first. Start with the stress. Little stress which is motivating something, right? Sometimes you have a deadline, suppose it motivate you to finish it, right? Or sometimes if you are procrastinating, slightly stress, it happens. But there is is a limit for that. There is a threshold for that. After that, and each one will having a different threshold. For everybody, threshold level is not same. After a certain point of time, you start feeling the fatigue. It differs from person to person. So that till threshold level stress is healthy for you. In the sense, it is to motivate you, but this curve should come down, right? After that point, it should come down. But if it is getting increased only, it will turn into the fatigue. Then it will exhaust. You will start losing the energy. Then different people will show a different behavior. Some will go down, some will panic, some will be, too much anger, some will take anxiety patterns, unnecessary thinking, and finally burn out and break down. In the sense, they will lose the interest when they don't want to do that. And not they don't have energy to do that, you can say like that. That is called the breakdown or the burnout. Right? This is what the stress. I got they should. How much stress is a positive for you? Otherwise, you cannot take beyond certain levels. So remember that and keep reminding yourself, like I cannot take beyond that. Right? Everybody's stress threshold is different. Do not compare with others. That person is able to do that. I am not able to do that. So that you have to regulate it. Maybe you have to see the background also, right? How they have been trained and how he or she learned that, right? Threshold level, right? You can increase, decrease it, depend on your learning, learning of the mental pattern. It depends on person to person. You can also work on your stress threshold, but not immediately. It takes its own time. So always recognize till what point you are breaking, till what point your stress is turning into fatigue, and do not go beyond that. Learn to say no about it, right? And regulate it on the daily basis. That also helps to change the threshold level, right? Now I would like to tell something about myself. I'm a founder of Happiness Painting Club. I work in the corporate environment for uh, almost 18 years, and I worked for many MNCs. Like I started my career in 2006, and Satyam Computers I started, then HCL Technologies, then IBM. Was my last company. So this is all about, and I have worked on many critical assignment and stressful assignment also. And sometimes situation will be very stressful. So that is the reason I am aware of end to end how it happens, right? Everything I am aware of it. And based on my experience, how we deal it on the daily basis, considering that I'm aware of all those conditions. And I myself went through that journey. The curve which I have shown you, I went through many time in the breaking points. So this is the reason I know about it. And my main reason for that is to address this, via the happiness. One second. Give me a second. Sorry, it was disconnected. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry, it was disconnected. So this is what all about my corporate life. I worked for 3 companies, I have told, and these are all my colleagues. And I had childhood traumatic experiences that also added into my stress level. And from childhood only, I have been grown up in the stressful environment. So that is the reason I know about in and out of, with respect to the stress part. And moreover, I used to paint from my childhood only because it used to help me with respect to balancing myself. So from my childhood only, I'm doing. I have also went through the postpartum depression. That is after my first kid was born, and I was recovered, from that depression. I went through a constant work stress, work pressure, and official distress and anxiety. And last year at the same time, I was really going through, a lot of stressful situation, and I was, terminated from my job in my last company, And that was the reason, a conflict with the upper senior management. This is what had happened, and I was terminated. But prior to that, only I was going through so much of official distress and anxiety. And at one point of time, it was a breaking point for me. I have told you, right, that stress cut. So this is what the breaking point for me. And after that, I literally lost myself. In the silence, I was emotionally numb for some period of time. And it is like, losing yourself, losing your confidence, losing. So I have been a professionally achiever, and ending this, getting terminated from my job was a severe, impact. It took a really a toll on me with respect to physical and health. I couldn't do anything about that more than that. So that was slightly unfair. I felt it. And moreover, I tried to complain about, so that also didn't work out. So that almost, it was a breaking point for me. But somehow I was a part of one of the community within the coaching industry. So at one point, I consider it as a blessing. Reason is I was going through severe stress when I was in that situation. So although I was terminated from my job, but I felt slightly happy. Although it was, both the, you can consider both experiences, like getting rid of something, but same time losing, your job. That was also another trauma. So I was in somewhat, in mid, and it is a mixed feeling, being happy as well as, sadness also, getting fired from the job. So this is what it happened. But because I was a part of one of the community named Internet Lifestyle, so I was able to recover after some point of time. And these are all my few creations which I have made it from so many years, because I'm painting along with my job. In the sense, although I work for major of the critical assignments and so much of stress, but still I used to find time and used to work on my creative activities that help me to, balance myself. Balance in the sense, managing my time and managing my creativity, and also same time going through the official pressure also. So my creative activity helped me with respect to balancing myself during my toughest time. So these all are my, few painting, etc. And once losing the job, I have, I was a part of a community. And there I started with painting only, because although I have been a professionally achiever, but because it was my exit was a slightly traumatic, so I don't wanted to do anything with respect to that. So I moved to the activity which used to give me happiness during from my childhood. So that is the reason I have selected, painting. And I have done almost 250 plus professional artwork. I have developed framework also with respect to creativity, and the 5 tools also I have developed. I have recorded my courses also under mentorship program. I have written 2 books also. I became a brand ambassador of the ArtStep virtual reality platform. And I have conducted 2 art exhibitions also. This is what I have done within a year. Okay, within 1 year, I have done all those things. But paintings, I used to paint prior to that, but I haven't taken it as a profession. Okay, this is what it is all about in last 1 year. And from past 2 years, I was in touch with many coaches. In the sense, NLP coach, Yogendra Singh Rathod, and then Puneet is a life coach. Then Blair Singer, last year only I started. And these remaining 3, Ginger Cook, Angela Anderson, and Cinnamon. So these are my art related, guides. So I constantly following them from last 8 years. And it is not, something all of sudden came to me because I was, out of my job. No, it is not there. I am painting from my childhood. And from 8 years, I started the acrylic painting. And these are all my mentors really helped me to balance myself, So I was going through huge stress from last 2 years. And this is my recent mentor, who is under him. I'm under him the paid mentorship, that is a high ticket. And under him I have developed my courses, digital courses, and also challenges, etc. And as part of that only, I am conducting webinars. So this is what eyelash community I was talking about. So my mission is to empower and help 1 lakh busy working professionals and entrepreneurs to achieve stress relief, because stress was my constant element throughout my life, starting from my childhood. And I had gone through many stressful situations, but still I was able to gain my creative power. And along with my deliverables also, I always used to think what additional I can give it to customer. And moreover, I was slightly, enthusiastic with respect to something new, challenging, something new always. So regular and monotonous activity which used to commit to me. So I used to derive something creative so that I don't have to do that. So it started with that I don't have to do. Then later point of time I started thinking even for the innovative solution. So my own skills, because I'm painting it from beginning only. So in stressful environment also I was able to retain my creativity. So this is what I want to tell you, like whatever environment it is, but if you have some creative skills it always helps. So it's not like prior days, like for painting you have to, nowadays it's very flexible, there are so many coaches, so many resources are available, you have to just spend less time. So my mission itself is to empower, because I have seen its impact. It's not just 1 year I'm doing it, so I have seen its impact. I want to empower 1 lakh working professionals and entrepreneur, because that is the time they go through the severe stress, stress with respect to finance, with respect to working environment, senior boss, colleagues, work peer pressure, so many different things. So I want to empower them using the power of pain. So this is what my mission is, because it worked for me, and I have seen it. So my top three secrets are, I'm going to tell my secrets, so that I have derived it from my own experience, because I'm painting from my childhood. So that is top three secrets, and few are from my mentors also. So secret number one is acceptance of therapeutic power of brushstrokes. So for me, painting is not a hobby. Initially, I started with the hobby, but later point of time, it became my need to calm myself down. It is a therapeutic activity for me. If I really want to balance myself and I want to be in flow state, focus state, and flow zone, I needed that. So that is the reason, if I'll start one painting, my mind will be there. I have to finish it, because after finishing, I feel a type of fulfillment. So it is a therapeutic activity, and it is not just. And initially, I was not knowing about the art therapy also. So art therapy is one of the medical term which is getting used in the medical field also. So art therapy is a well recognized medical term. Even within science also, art has been used as a therapy to calm yourself down. Even many hospitals, many doctors, especially in the neuroscience or any activity for the chronic illness, etc., after a major surgery or after major transformation, they use art as a therapy to bring the patient out of that traumatic zone, because going through certain treatment or going through the severe surgery or going through the severe treatment, it impact emotionally also, not physically, right? So bring out that emotional trauma. Art is getting used within different streams of the medical field. Other than that, art therapy itself is a one of the specialized field in the medical science also. So you need to accept that it can really work. It is not just a hobby, it is a therapy. It's a therapeutic power of brushstroke. That is the reason I recommend that to everybody, start painting. Why not digital paint? Why not any other thing? Reason is, when you will be, it's all about touch and feel, right? So touching the, realizing the power of color, brush stroke and texture, everything cannot be replicated in the digital paintings, but brush strokes and all, you can really feel it, right? So that is the reason acceptance of the therapeutic power of brush stroke is the secret number one. So I have told you, so many even well recognized scientific facts also. Now I would like to tell you the master secret is It can really support you in the physical well-being. I already told you emotional, mental well-being, physical well-being also. Yes, art helps with respect to physical well-being also. How? Reason I already told you at the beginning. Everything is connected. Your body is connected. Your signaling is connected. So if you're working on your mind, your physical health also will be fine because you'll feel motivated, right? If you're emotionally numb, emotionally down, even physical activity you will not feel like doing. I think if you will be able to understand that someday you had a very tiring day, exhausting day. So if your sleep is not, you are not able to recover via sleep also, you can see the impact next, right? Same thing happened that if you are not emotionally healed or emotionally, well, then it impact your physical well-being also. Okay. So acceptance is a secret number one. Acceptance of it. Acceptance of art is a therapy. Art is a, therapeutic medical term. So that is a secret number one. If you are able to accept that, then only other secret matters. If you're not able to accept that, then there is a no use of going through the secret number two and secret number three also. Okay. So these are the therapeutic brushstroke. You will be wondering what is a therapeutic brushstroke on that. So there is a process. There is a process. You can generate the image using the AI also, right? You have to just type the prompt and art will be generated. You can take a print of that. You can just hold that. But that is not the process, right? You haven't gone through the therapeutic process. Therapeutic process is touch and feel, feeling the colors, relating that with the emotions, and then painting it. And once you start tapping that, that itself is a process, right? Although I am from the IT fields, but that debate and etc. always come, like AI and others are taking the creative spaces. Yeah, they can take a creative spaces, but not the therapeutic spaces. They cannot take it as a therapy. Art gives happiness. You cannot replace that with the typing the prompt and you're generating something which even you are not doing it. That is not the therapy, right? So there is a different experience. It is associated with the experience. It's a therapy that nobody can replace that. Okay, so these all are the process-based painting. Now, secret number two is showing vulnerability and authenticity via expression. So you can create anything, something, whatever you like it, very positive or something. But if you are not showing your vulnerability on authenticity, what you are feeling inside, it will not help you. And stress is one of the, underrated problem. If you are going through the stress, then managing that stress and self-expression is very important. If you are unhappy, that means you are unhappy. You cannot put something else which you are not. So expressing that fully over the canvas or paper, that really helps. So that is a secret number two, expressing yourself fully. If you are happy, then express that. If you are joyful, express that. If you are sad, express that also. Associate that with the color and express your sadness. Bring out your inner emotions over the canvas or the paper. That helps. Okay, so that helps, and you will feel lightness after doing that activity. Now, what is a top secret? Top secret is painting is not a hobby. I already told you it's a well-proven health management tool. It's a health management tool. You don't have to be an artist. That is another secret. You don't have to be artist. If you want to work as a stress relief or creative activity, artist to start with that, right? Anybody can paint it and anyone can work on their stress relief using the art. So art is not a, pet of only artists. It is for everybody. It is for whoever want to get benefited for that. They can use it. And you might be using that also. I do not believe like you haven't done the painting. I do not believe that because in early childhood we were not that judgmental about our own paintings. As we grow old, we start thinking and comparing with the artist. Why are you doing that? We're working on the stress and everything. It takes its own time. Maybe after 2 to 3 years, you will be, you will start painting better. But right now, your focus should be your own health, not the outcome, what you are receiving from this activity. Okay, so top secret is you don't have to be an artist to start with this. Okay, anybody can paint that. That is a secret number. So I just want to show you, and also same time I want to remind you and tell you I am doing it from my childhood. So I already had a whole and I know mixing etc. because I worked on a poster, fabric and many other. But still when I started acrylic, you can see the stroke and this stroke, depth etc. were different and slowly it reformed. So do not judge your painting. These paintings are still in my living room. I still, enjoy watching them. And I do not compare that with my current. This is just to show you this was the before and this was the, so it takes its own time. More you'll practice, it will come. More you'll express, it will come. Okay. This comes with the time. Now, secret number 3, there is a final secret I want to tell you, and this is top secret which came from so many artists. I have done study and also from my own experience. So secret number 3 is you don't need too much time to spend on daily basis. You just need 30 minutes. I call it as a magical 30 minutes because we are working on inner happiness and the stress relief. So magical 30 minutes are enough. You don't have to do more than that because you are working on acrylic. Acrylic paint works in the layers. So you have to just spend 30 minutes to complete certain portion of the painting and leave it. Leave it there only. Do not spend more than that because if you spend more than that, you'll try to finish it. Next day, you won't do that. Right? So this is what it happens. So magical 30 minutes is a time blocking, I call it. Time blocking, put a timer, just paint for 30 minutes and make it a fun activities. And a space is not a constraint as long as you are comfortable. But many don't like it, with the TV on, music, definitely you can switch on some healing, tone, etc. But if it is non-disturbing, that will really help you because if you are working on the stress relief. So spend 30 minutes with yourself. Connect with canvas. Connect with color. Feel good about you are expressing yourself. You are doing something creative. Feel good about that. And do not judge your creations. Do not see like what you have done. This is what normally, people will start comparing it. And moreover, stick on the routine. Still, magical 30 minutes, put a timer. Art supply, start with the basic supply. Don't have to be brands, etc. Start with the basic kit. Basic kit you can buy from your local shop, Amazon, Flipkart, or anywhere you're comfortable. Buy the basic acrylic colors. Use your favorite colors because that will give you happiness initially. Use your colors, what you want to, paint. And top secret is believe in yourself and remember you are working on yourself. Okay. See, and once you'll complete that activity, you will feel good about it. You will feel good. You will feel happy. And trust me, you will do that once you start really implementing that. Just watching somebody doing that activity is a different, and experiencing that yourself is a different. So today only buy the basic art supply and start doing that. You will see that. So what is who is stopping you basically? You are stopping yourself. If you decide today, I will take first step. First step, I'll go and buy the basic art supply and I'll keep it at home. Then I will think about it, what I have to do with that. That is the first step. Right? If you are able to take that, then you can take entire journey. If you're not able to take that first step only, then I doubt, you will be really willing. You are more, concerned about your health, which you should be. Okay. So this is all about the magical 30 minutes. And using these magical 30 minutes only, I have done all these paintings in my live session. But you don't have to do that. You have to spend time with yourself. I spend time with myself doing the same, but same time because I have to teach. So I do a live stream. So in 30 minutes, I try. Rarely I will go beyond 30 minutes. Reason is sometimes few paintings which I try to put so many effect, which is not required for the beginners. You can just start with the basics. You don't have to do that. See, this one, this particular painting is just a stroke, right? So, and similarly, this one is a repetitive. This one is also repetitive. So most of them are repetitive. So once you just start with the repetitive painting first, simple painting first, which you can really do in 1 or 2 episodes, 1 or 2 session only, 30 minutes. And then that is sufficient to start with. Okay. So thank you so much for your presence. With this, I would like to close this webinar. And I want to conclude like we learned about the three secrets of the brushing Zen system. And what is your key takeaway? Your key takeaway is first thing, take first step. Take first step in the sense, apply the secrets. Acceptance. If you're going through that, accept it, you can recover. And accept the power of the therapeutic brushstroke because it's a well proven medical terms. So acceptance. Then, expressive, being expressive. And third one is you can do that because you just need 30 minutes. See, if you are in corporate, please do not tell me more than 1 hour you will be spending in coffee shop or anywhere else. I'm aware of everything. But 30 minutes you have to give for yourself, which will really help you so much your productivity and later stages of your life with respect to your health. So I do not believe like you don't have 30 minutes. You can do that. You'll be spending 1 hour in lunch. You'll be spending two to 3 hours in the coffee. Then 30 minutes for your own, mental health, stress relief. You can do that. I do not believe like you don't have time. So please do that. And the final key takeaway, I want to take first step. What is the first step? Go and buy the basic kit, acrylic kit. No need to start with the canvas. You don't have to do that. Take a paper, drawing sheets if you remember. Just take a drawing sheets and acrylic. Start with the basic kit and start joining my live streaming session. So please do that and spend those magical 30 minutes with me initially, and then slowly you can start doing yourself. So because this is a no sales webinar, I'm not going to present my products also. But if you're really interested to do with me, you can definitely schedule a one-to-one with me, and I can further tell you later stages. So with this, I'm closing this webinar. If you have any question, you can drop a comment, or if it's something private, you can again schedule a one-to-one with me directly. So thank you so much for tuning on this webinar, and whoever is watching that live, I highly appreciate if you have stayed till this point of time. And please take your, mental health seriously, because we focus on our bodybuilding and so many, bodily health, nutrition. But when it comes to spending a penny on the mental health, nobody want to do that. But they will be ready once it is turned into the, extreme condition. So please start doing that. It's very simple activity. You have to do that. And remember, expression is so important. And being expressive, only art can help. Nothing can. I don't want to mention different, term because I don't want to compete with them. But I'm telling art is the only way to express yourself fully, right? And you can calm down, you can suppress your feeling, but art is the way to express yourself, which is required for the, mental health. So please do that and buy the basic kit. So bye bye. Take care. I'll see you in my